summer sun, till the sun don't shine. Oh, she gon' be mine. She's gonna be mine. Oh, she gon' be mine. She's gonna be mine. She gon' be mine, summer sun. She gon' be mine, summer sun. She gon' be mine. She gon' be mine. She gon' be mine, summer sun. She gon' be mine, summer sun. She gon' be mine. She gon' be mine.
There isn't a single day that I don't listen to music. All I've ever wanted is to give people that same feeling it gives me. When I graduated college, I finally had the chance to choose who I wanted to be. And I knew if I didn't try this right now, I'd regret it forever. I used to DJ under my dorm bed. I'd rush back from class to mix blaring music into the hallway. I spent so much time doing it that I actually started getting good. And I began to wonder where else I could take it.
I can't cope with the signs and I know that you don't think you need me. Still I feel it deep.
Sophomore year, I was in the library trudging through some econ homework, watching Fred Against Boiler Room set on YouTube. If you've never seen one, the artist plays in the middle of the crowd, not up on a stage. Maybe I was sick of graphing those supply curves, or Fred's set sparked the inspiration. But it hit me. What if I did my own boiler room? I didn't have the gear real DJs had, but I had an idea, and it was enough to start.
Still I feel it deep inside.
I borrowed speakers and lights from my frat house and painted the laundry room in the basement black. I built a wooden DJ stand and put camera mounts all around the room. I wanted to film it just like the real Boiler Room videos, but I only had one camera. Turns out, my university let students check out GoPros through the library. So I collected my friends' cards and used them to check out all the cameras at once. It took weeks to pull it all together, and I didn't even know if anyone was gonna come. But damn, those were some of the best shows ever. People loved it, and word just kept spreading. So I did it again, and again, and again. I quickly realized I didn't need any of the fancy equipment real DJs had. People wanted a show, and I could do that anywhere. I did frat parties, house parties, rooftop parties, my own show on the lake, clubs. Hell, I got flown out to Texas to do a show. All on my DDJ 400 and borrowed equipment.
Still I feel it deep inside. Still I feel it deep
Like most college towns, you didn't have to look too far to find another DJ. Madison had hundreds. I was no better than the guy playing on Saturdays over at the KK. But I always felt like I could do more. DJing was fun, but it had no piece of me. My sets didn't scream, "This is Skeen." I wanted to express myself further. I needed to learn how to make my own tracks. Over winter break, I asked my childhood friend and producer 300 South to teach me the process of making house music. He taught me everything: how to mix drums, layer the bass, add vocals, master and release a project. In 2 weeks, we had made 5 songs. We named the project OutWest, an ode to the city and our hometown Oak Park out on the west side of Chicago. Back in the 80s, house music was created in Chicago basements.
So-called house music was first made in the creators' houses.
It was scrappy, resourceful, soulful. Things are way different now, but that legacy we thought deserved some respect. So out in Oak Park with no studio in our mom's basement on our laptops, we dropped Out West. And I wasn't just a DJ now. Skeen was an artist.
Let's go out of space. Me lead the way. You touch me like out of space. The feeling I can't explain. La 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 la
To promote the EP, I decided to throw a DJ set in an abandoned 6-story tall warehouse in the Austin neighborhood of Chicago. In hindsight, it was a really flawed idea. I set up on the roof where there was a 4-story drop-off with no guardrail, a 6-story rotted out elevator shaft, mix it with 200 drunk kids, house music, an entire empty building to explore. We needed to hire some security to keep everyone safe. My dad's friend, a local Austin resident, agreed to help out for the night. His name was Rabbit. He stood at the front door, and the only way you were getting past him was if you knew the code word, which was Rabbit. Purely spread through word of mouth, we had 200 people on the roof within the hour, and who knows how many throughout the building. Yeah, it wasn't safe in the slightest. But Rabbit said it best himself. We brought the parties back to the west side.
Take it off. Slow, steady, undress. Impress. Take it off. Slow, steady, undress. Success. Take it off. Slow, steady, undress. Impress. Take it off. Slow, steady, undress.
After the holidays, my university gave me the opportunity to continue studying business in Milan. For most students, it was a chance to sharpen their international business skills. But I decided a long time beforehand I could care less about international business. On the first day of class, they gave a presentation on the 3 after-school clubs. It was basketball, soccer, and electronic music production. I damn near flew out of my seat. In Madison, there were over 1,000 student orgs and not a single one for music production. I'm not superstitious, but bro, that felt like a sign. For the icebreaker, we went around the room playing music we made, and when my EP came on, I saw a few heads turn. After the session, the instructor Matteo pulled me aside and invited me to his studio in the city. He told me he was a DJ, producer, and sound designer working with a group called Echo Collective, a crew behind underground raves, shows, and festivals all across Italy.
Very superstition.
Matteo actually said he was impressed by my music and offered me the wildest gig I've ever been pitched. A show inside the Ex Convento di San Francesco, a 13th century monastery up in the hills of northern Italy. It was built for monks in the 1200s and later designed during the Renaissance. It's like incomprehensible how ancient and how sick this place was. Matteo told me he had 4 DJs playing, no closure. I now had the prime set time at my first underground rave.
When you believe in things that you don't understand and you suffer. Very superstitious, writings on the wall. Very superstitious, helicopter call.
My crew got driven around in Sprinter vans, free housing overlooking the city, and everything on house. Matteo believed in me when he didn't have to. He barely knew me, and we became friends for life after that weekend. I'm forever grateful.
Very superstitious.
He's Bisogno, Skeen.
Shockingly, school began feeling more trivial than ever. Studying didn't happen as much, only studio time and show planning. I started to feel like anything on the goddamn planet was possible, and I wanted to go extreme. I called up my two best friends from high school, Jack and Anders. We'd been making films together since we were 11 years old. I pitched to them what I thought could be the craziest adventure of our lives. But a simple idea, really. Let's go to the fjords of Norway, film a DJ set where no one has ever been before, and make it look like a fucking movie. So I booked the only flight I could afford, 100 euros on Easter weekend. When we arrived, we immediately realized our first mistake. All stores were closed. We couldn't buy a table for me to DJ on and felt like total idiots. But we didn't come all that way to fail. In the middle of the night, we stole the kitchen table from our Airbnb, packed it into the car, and drove straight into the wilderness. After 9 hours of beautiful roads, we stopped the car. We had made it to a tiny farming village called Urk, Norway, with a population of 30 people.
We made it to Urk.
It was drop dead gorgeous. Anders got out of the car and took off hiking to scout a spot to shoot. Jack started calibrating the gimbal and the drones, and I started unloading the table. With seconds to spare, we were ready for action, and I just began DJing. It was all luck. Lucky we found the spot, lucky we beat the sunset, lucky the table worked, lucky the cameras didn't fail, and lucky I killed my set. It's still the most ridiculous thing I've ever tried to pull off, so shout out to Jack and Anders. That never would have happened without y'all.
I got a fan out here. What's up, brother?
I just followed you.
You just followed me on Instagram?
No, on Spotify.
Oh.
Thank you.
It had been less than 2 years since that first boiler room. Somehow, that one idea had taken me across continents, in the clubs, on the stages around the world. And everyone around me began thinking about their future. What was I doing? Where was I going? Those shows didn't make me famous or successful. I was good at school and I could join my classmates in their path towards finding a job. But I loved music. I wanted to make an impact on the world. I just had to figure out how to tell my story. So I decided to make a film. I began compiling all the footage I had from my sets. The clips were nuts, but they were a story with no character. They didn't convey anything. So I began looking at all the in-between moments, all the times it was hard, every moment I felt vulnerable or debated quitting. If I wanted to be truly authentic, the film couldn't just be about the shows. It had to be about how it felt to be me in that moment. So I made the film. I told my story and I put it out into the world. And then it won a fucking film festival.
The grand prize winner for the 2024 IES Film Festival Award goes to Connor's Sword for The Journey into
I woke up the morning after the film festival, hungover from being up all night, and did an interview with Fox Morning News at 7 a.m.
Whenever you're up there winning your Oscar and everything.
Not even 24 hours later, I had the biggest show of my life back at school. The back alley experience is what we called it. Tucked away in a hidden alley just off of State Street is a secret house. With my friends' help, we made posters, built a stage, hired a camera crew, and carried out all the promo. It was the biggest show I'd ever pulled off. Maybe the biggest house party Madison's ever seen. We had a touring band, rappers, singers, saxophone players, and of course, I DJ'd until the cops came.
Cheers.
The next few months were a blur. In between classes and in lieu of my social life, I began to go harder than ever. I did another set in the Chicago warehouse, parties all over campus on the weekends, and I got in the studio religiously. In April, my childhood friend Vincent, a techno DJ from LA, hit me with another idea. Let's throw a show out in the desert at the largest freestanding boulder in the world called Giant Rock. Hundreds of kids came out. Entire campsites started forming. I remember looking up, just seeing pits on every drop, thinking somehow these crowds just keep growing. In those final days at school, it finally made sense. I wasn't famous, I didn't have much to show for, but my sets and my music meant something to people, even if it was just a few. I dropped my debut album on the same weekend as graduation. I called it Heat Waves and Horizons, a two-sided name representing the duality of the moment for me. It kind of marked the end of saying what if, and the beginning of just never looking back. So no, I don't know where all this will lead, but I know what music gave me. If I never tried to give that feeling back, I'd always wonder what could have been.
She gon' be my summer sun till the sun don't shine. Oh, she gon' be mine. Oh, she gon' be mine. She gon' be my summer sun till the sun don't shine. Oh, she gon' be mine. She gon' be